Inspired by the exotic flavours of her childhood, Ascot-based Shemin McGregor has created a range of authentic curry pastes, helping cooks knock up their favourite flavoursome curry at home in no time at all.
I grew up in Uganda, in the city of Kampala. My family originally came from Gujarat in India, but in 1971, because of the Idi Amin regime, we came to the UK. As a young girl, I used to watch my mum and my aunts cooking in the kitchen. I learned how to use herbs and spices because I could see how they used them, what proportions they used them in, and how they made the dishes different.
When we left Uganda and came here, she was all the time with me, in the kitchen, in the shop, because she was very fond of food. She was quite toughy as well, you know, because she made
Her mum might not be doing the cooking anymore, but making food is still very much a family affair. Shemin's son Jamie often lends a helping hand.
I grew up with this curry paste, eating all the food that it can cook. When I went to university, I really missed the fact that I didn't have this nice cooking around. So my mum would always give me some of the paste to take with me.
So when my children went to university, and I was sitting around twiddling my thumbs, I thought, well, right, this is the time. Let's do it.
And the business was born. 6 months later, it wasn't just Jamie who was appreciating his mother's recipes.
Here in my home kitchen, we make about 600 or 700 pots every 10 days. So it's quite a production process.
They're so popular that Shemin has expanded her range and now produces 4 different pastes.
So today I'm making my medium curry paste. So we're going to start off with some ginger. I remember when I was watching my mum cook, you know, how they used to peel the garlic and ginger, and it was lovely to watch. And now I do that for my curry paste, which I really love doing, you know, because it reminds me of when I was a child. So we put the salt in the garlic and ginger before we crush it, because it draws the liquid out of the garlic and the ginger, so it makes it easier to pound and makes a better paste. And of course, just the way my mum used to do it, so I do the same thing. Well, the pestle and mortar is quite special, actually, because we came from Uganda as refugees. Of course, we didn't get everything here, but one of the things we did get was our pestle and mortar, which we still have today, so it's really special and it's done a lot of cooking. After we've done that, we add some sunflower oil to it. That gives us a really good base now to put in our spices. Making curry is easy in some ways, but difficult in another. If you get the spices all wrong, the flavors all wrong, your curry is going to taste awful. First, I'm going to start with cumin. So next, I put in ground coriander. The secret of making a good curry is having the balance of spices. Next, we're going to add color to my curry paste, and we'll do that using turmeric. Last, I use chili, and that also adds a beautiful color as well. So now that we've put in all the spices, I start mixing the spices up, and this creates the beautiful paste that we'll use. We add the coriander, mix it all up, and this is Shemin's curry paste.
Made at home in small batches with fresh ingredients, Shemin's curry paste has developed quite a following. And it's easy to understand why. Pre-prepared, spicy, fragrant curry pastes have the ability to transform time-consuming Indian recipes into delicious dishes that can be knocked up in no time at all.
I myself find it so quick and easy to use when I have a dinner party or when I have people over. So yes, I use it a lot for that.
A curry paste can be used in a variety of ways. Combined with yogurt, it makes a marinade for lamb tikka. Mixed in with onion and tomato, the paste adds flavour to a 5-minute sauce for Bombay aloo. Or just coat it onto some veg before roasting, and you've got 3 delicious dishes in a flash. And when you've got the whole family to feed, time-saving ingredients are worth their weight in gold.
Have some mango.
So this is their shallots, yeah?
They're shallots, banana shallots. When I made my curry paste, I knew my mum would use it because, of course, she's my mum. We made it together. But what was really amazing for me was her friends, who really cook beautiful food themselves, now use my curry paste because they also love it and it's quick and easy for them. And that, for me, was fantastic.
Well done. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes, Jamie.
Mum, I can't reach you.
I'm keen to whip up a classic Indian dish using Shemin's paste. For me, there's nothing quicker and tastier than a chicken curry with Basmati rice. When you understand about Indian cookery, you really understand that they use an awful lot of onions. So we're going to take a whole onion here and chop it up. Get this on first of all. So a hot pan, a little bit of oil first of all. And we need to colour the onions really, really well to start off with. Now, while they're colouring nicely, we're going to get our rice on because this entire dish takes as long for the rice to cook as the curry to cook as well. And I'm going to use some Basmati rice. This is the absorption method of Basmati rice. 200 grams of rice straight into our pan. Now we use 400 mils of water. Get the pan nice and hot, bring it up to the boil together with a good knob of butter. For the perfect takeaway style rice at home, make a cartouche, which is basically just a grease-proof paper lid. Fold it over again. This is like when you were at school, isn't it? You do that row of men everywhere and get it wrong. It'd just be a row of badgers or whatever it was. But literally, you cut that like that. So you've got a nice round circle, and then what we want is a little hole in the middle to allow the steam to come up. You've got a cartouche, easy as that. Stick it on the top and the result, beautiful fluffy rice every time. So the chicken, we've got 4 chicken breasts here. Cut these up into decent sort of pieces, particularly for curry. You don't want them to dry up. So don't cut them too small, but you want it to cook quick while the rice is cooking. So when the rice boils like that, we just turn it down. We're just going to allow it to gently simmer. We've got our onions there. Nice amount of colour on the onions, which is just what we want. And now time to add Shemin's paste. Just whip off the lid and tip it in. If this recipe included the time it would take to make an ingredient like this from scratch, I'd be here for another hour. Almost dry fry it. Then we can throw in the chicken. There's no need to colour this chicken. It's not like a classic stew or anything. You just want to basically just make sure you get plenty of flavour in there with that paste. And now to create the all-important curry sauce. Add half a can of chopped tomatoes to the onion, chicken and paste, along with 200 mils of coconut milk. Bring to the boil and then leave to simmer for 10 minutes. Top the curry, you can just top it with a little bit of chopped herbs if you want, but I'm going to put the herbs inside. But one thing that I love on top of curries, particularly like this, is coconut. Desiccated coconut. I just can't eat enough of the stuff. I don't know why, to be honest. It's not really an ingredient that I was brought up on as a kid. So we're just going to toast this off dry, almost dry fry it so it goes lovely and nutty brown. The smells from this are fantastic. So we take some fresh coriander, fresh mint, and this is one of the benefits by using sort of a curry paste like this. Really, you can mix and match the different flavours in. It's not a sauce that is ready-made that you throw in that you can't really do much with. This you use as a base, and you can experiment with different things. If you want more tomatoes, great, but it's entirely up to you. But we're going to throw in the mint and the coriander. And a quick tip, if you put too much curry paste in, we'll have a taste, which I probably have put too much curry paste in, to bring down the heat. And that's got a little bit in, a little bit of lime. Good, decent amount like that. Try not to use lemon as well. Lime I find much better with curries. That's fantastic. A little bit of salt. And then just to finish curry. Now, I know we're going to get people phoning in, but I love my butter. And the best curry in the world has to be buttered chicken. And it's got tomatoes in there, so it's part of your 5 a day. Look at that. And then all we need to do is serve this. Lovely rice. And then we got our wonderful curry. Cooked really quick. The same time the rice is taken to cook. And then finally, we get some of this toasted coconut. And there you have it. Especially where I live, because really whenever you order curry, a takeout, it takes about 40 minutes. I've just made that in about 15. Nobody's having any of this. This is proper. A curry to beat any takeaway in 15 minutes. Now that's magic.